What's going on YouTube? Team G Sale back with another pickup video. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. It's been another kind of pretty busy week in terms of pickups, and I figured I don't want to let things get too built up, so I'm going to try to do this video now. I still have one in the pipeline that I haven't released yet. So yeah, it's going to be kind of a lot of videos coming out, hopefully over a shorter period of time. Remember to keep on Instagram and follow me at Team G Sale if you already aren't, if you already are not following me, because I'm still producing reels. It's been a little slow at the thrift store lately. A lot of my pickups have come at the flea market or other places, pawn shops, etc. You know, that's how thrift stores go. They go through sort of highs and lows. But either way, without further ado, if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, please do so. I'm 12 subscribers shy of doing the 500 subscriber giveaway. All you have to do is be subscribed and comment on that video, and you will get yourself entered in a draw for a free video game. If you want to see what video games they are, go back and take a look. Through my video stream, you'll see one that says 500 subscriber preview. Please smash that like button to show some support. Comment below with any questions or comments you might have. I always appreciate the feedback I get. And of course, share this video with friends or family or anyone you might know who's interested in anything retro, whether it be gaming, board games, or whatever. But without further ado, like we always do, let's jump right into non-video game pickups. And don't forget also, guys, there is timestamps, so if you want to skip ahead to video games because you don't care about board games, then go for it. Today, not a ton. Actually, I'm going to start with toys today because there's actually quite a few. Now, some of these pickups are a little old, and I'm trying to rack my brain where they're from. This was at the Steinbach thrift store. My wife and I did an out-of-town tour, and it was pretty much a bust. But we had fun either way during spring break. $2. It's hard to see. I'm going to flash a picture later, but there are some Turtles figures in this bag. So that's why I got it. It was $2. I figured I'll just grab it for the Ninja Turtle figures and then donate the rest. I will take a picture of what was in the bag and post that for you to see, but $2 for that. Next one up here. Yeah, this one was also at the Steinbach thrift store. $2. They were actually just putting these out when I got there. Fortunately, no video games, but actually that's not true. They had a copy of Wii Fit. Sorry, I'm really bad with my camera today. $2. The reason I got this one is it had some vintage Playmobil figures in it. Not Playmobiles, Fisher Price, I should say. There's like the Moonlander and some of the figures there. I figured for $2, I'll take a risk on this bag and just see what's in it. It wasn't like I paid a lot of money. And also, I wasn't really finding anything on this trip. It was kind of a bust, like I said. And the last one at the Steinbach thrift store, this one was $1. See if I can get it in there. This one had, and I forget the name of these figures. Oh, someone is going to put it in the comment section. 1992. Were they stone protectors? I can't remember what they were called again. It's these guys. Again, I'll take a picture of everything in this bag, but again, it was a vintage figure. I figured for $1, whatever, I'll just take a chance on it. So, again, I will show some pictures of these, what was in them, but yeah. Also found this toy bag at another thrift store. This one was at the Morris thrift store. $2.50. See if I can get the sticker in there. And they had a Ninja Turtles figure, but they also had, like, it looks like a Power Ranger. So I figured, you know, for the price, I'll just grab it and see what I can do. This is Donatello, I think. None of these are, like, super valuable. Sorry, my camera work is really bad today, guys. I apologize for that. Staying in the toys area, I got, Neil found this for me at Value Village, $4.99. This is a vintage Super Soaker, and I always like the vintage Super Soakers, not the newer ones, but this one actually is dated 1998. So yeah, it's the Supercharger 500. I love these. There's just something about Super Soakers that really kind of like vintage for me. So I'm going to clean this up and hopefully use it in the summer with the family. For toys, that is it. So let's go to media. There's not much today. I found both of these VHS tapes at the, this one was at the Winkler MCC. They were $1 a piece. No, 50 cents a piece, I'm sorry. But it's funny, this one actually has a Value Village sticker on it for $1, but it's one of those old stickers. Dragon Ball Z, Z Warriors Prepare. I guess Z if you're I should say Dragon Ball Z if we're Canadian, but Dragon Ball Z, there we go. I just figured for 50 cents I'll buy them, and, you know, who knows, maybe I could resell them. This is Dragon Ball GT conversion. I was never really a big Dragon Ball fan, but either way. This one's funny because it actually has a garage sale sticker on the side there for $1. So, thankfully the thrift store charged 50 cents. And I found this. This one was actually at This one was Winkler as well, Super Thrift, 50 cents. I got the Insane Clown Posse CD. I don't know much about Insane Clown Posse. I did listen to them a little bit when I was younger. I know they have a really big cult following. It had a little bit of value. My plan is just to put that up on eBay and flip it. All right, books, only 2 this week. Neil picked me up a copy of You're Something Special, Snoopy. I don't own this one. It was $1 at Value Village. They charge it as a comic. It's actually $1.29. And this one I found at, this one was at the MCC in Carmen. It was 50 cents, the Peanuts Christmas Activity Book. So there's that. My wife actually found this. She's like, would you buy this? I'm like, yeah, I will for that price. Okay, board games. There are 3 this week. The first one here was $1.99. This was at the No, this wasn't MCC. Where was this one? I'm drawing a blank where I got this one now. Super Thrift. Yeah, because they use those stickers, I believe. Game of Thrones, a card game for players 2 to 6. I don't know much about it, but it's $2. For that price, I have no problem adding it to my collection. All right, next one was at the MCC Carmen. They had it priced at $1. Yes, $1 there. And this is Party Mania. I already have Party Mania, but it's a really cool vintage 90s board game that I can resell for about $30 to $40, and it's complete. So I will be posting that on eBay for sale very shortly. The last board game was really cool, and this one was at the Darcy's Ark thrift store. The price was on the side. It's $4. Let's see if I can get in there. And they had a 50% off games and puzzles that day, so this was actually $2. And this is the Amazing Spider-Man web-spinning action game. This is actually really, really cool. Right on it, though, they have a little sticker saying missing the dice. Now, here's the thing. This game doesn't have dice, but it is actually missing one of the figures, and that does drastically affect the value of it. But I figured for $2, it's still worth picking up, so yeah. Last thing for non-video game pickups, I found at the MCC in Altona. It was $1.50. I'll see if I can get the sticker there. This is a super cool, if you're Canadian, you will know what I'm talking about. This is the Cat Came Back poster from the National Film Board. I just love these old vignettes they had from the National Film Board. And this is just super cool. Comment below if you remember this or any of the sort of vignettes the National Film Board did back in the 80s. But yeah, for $1.50, I had to grab it. So otherwise, guys, for non-video game pickups, there's nothing doing the last check over. So let's just jump right into video game pickups. All right, we're going to start with something sort of video game, sort of not video game. I saw both of these at, these were at the MCC in Morris. $1 a piece. There's their little sticker. My finger out of the way. $1. And this is an Assassin's Creed plushie. And it's got the tags and everything. Kind of cool, actually. I mean, for $1, I picked them up. I don't know if they have much value, but... And here's another one. It is also priced at $1. So I can get the sticker on there. And yeah, so 2 of these, $1 each. Why not? They're little cool plushies. I don't know if they have much value, but I'm sure they're worth more than $1. So there's that. All right, video games. Very random this week, so bear with me. $1 at the MCC in Winkler. And this is Sports Champions 2 for the PS3. Well, whatever. It was $1. I'm not going to pass. I have a policy that most people know. I do not pass on dollar games. It is missing the manual, but for $1, what am I expecting? But this was also a day where I was finding absolutely nothing. So I'm like, I just want to pick up anything. On the way back to Winnipeg that day, we stopped at the Salvation Army on Pembina, and they had Red Faction Armageddon for the PS3. They priced this at $3.99, so it was $4. And it's complete in the case, and I figured, again, it's just one of those days where I just wasn't finding anything, and I wanted to spend some money, and I just added it to my collection. This one I actually found, interestingly enough, today. Neil and I were out. I went to Play and Trade, and they had this for $4.99. And this is Star Fox Guard for the Wii U. It's not worth much, but I usually, whenever I see this game, people have it priced at like $10-15. So I figured for $5, I'm not going to pass up on that one. This one was at the video game store in Winkler. It says Gamers Disco. That's probably what it's called. Generally speaking, it's a really cool store. The guy's really, really nice there. Games are kind of a little bit eBay-y, but I mean, it's a retail store. What are you expecting? But this one actually was reasonably priced. He had this priced at $10. And this is Clax for the NES. It's actually a really fun game. Sorry, I have it upside down. I had the sticker upside down on it. I've been trying to reacquire all the Tengen games that I sold off, and there's one of them. So, yeah, thank you, Gamers Disco. Speaking of Tengen games, I got this one. Now, these three were all part of a trade I did. I don't know, I cannot remember the guy's name. He has a booth set up at Thirsty's, young guy. Really good selection. I brought him a stack of games. I don't know if I have a picture of that stack because it's gone now, but I had like the Dragon's Quest monsters in there, Liberty City, Vice City Stories, a Wii Sports Resort. I had a smattering of games that I had. I valued those games. I had spent $40 on all of them. And he traded me for these three. The first one, so essentially these were ballpark about $13 a game. So first off, Super Sprint for the NES unlicensed Tengen game. He had it at 15. And like I said, I had 40 into the trade. So he had a complete unboxed copy of Foreman for Real for the Game Gear. I don't collect boxes, but I'm not going to ask him to separate it. He had this at 20, and again, I got it for 13. And this was the big one that I wanted to add to my collection. He had a copy of Fatal Frame for the original Xbox at 140. I actually price charted out all the games that I had, and they came up to 240. So, I mean, 280. So in reality, he actually got a really good deal on the games that I gave to him. Fatal Frame, it's complete in the case. However, I didn't pay much for them. I had 40 into all of them. And, you know, he might have better luck selling them than I will. So, thank you very much. I forget your name, and hopefully next time I get it from you. Okay, these 6 games. I have a friend of mine who I do some game hunting with in the summer, and he was at one of my garage sales this summer, really interested in some stuff that I had. And I told him that I was looking for a TV, and he brought over one that he had around the house, and unfortunately it didn't work. We swapped it out for another TV, and the HDMI didn't work. So eventually he just said, look, he said, you know, I think he was only charging me like 25 bucks. I just wanted something cheap for the basement. So he just said, hey, I found these games, you know, would it be cool if I just gave you these games? I said, yeah, that's fine. The stuff that I gave him was stuff I probably didn't pay much for anyway. So these were essentially free, I guess, at the end of the day. But I mean, maybe they were like $15 for all of them. It's hard to put a price on it. Prince of Persia, Warrior Within for the PS2. They're actually all in very good condition. I don't know if I think he said he got this from a friend. It is complete in the case. So there's the first one. They're all just going to get added to my PlayStation collection. Shadow the Hedgehog. It's actually a really fun game. I've played it, I believe, on the original Xbox? Or is it the GameCube? I forget. Complete in the case. Next up, Monsters, Inc., Disney's Pixar's. So there's that one. These are mostly filler titles. I'm not really interested in keeping it. Like, you know, none of these are going to get resold. They're just stuff I'll throw into my PlayStation collection. Echo the Dolphin, Defenders of the Future. I didn't even know there was an Echo game on the PS2. I kind of thought that it was a Sega thing. Well, I mean, it is Sega produced, but I just didn't really think there was one. This one's missing the manual. Kind of unfortunate, because this is one of the cooler titles of the ones that I got. We have Prince of Persia, The Sands of Time, the Greatest Hits Edition. I think I might actually have this. I think I actually only asked for 2 of them, but he just threw in 3, but whatever. Complete in the case. And the last one he gave me is the Prince of Persia, The Two Thrones. And I also believe this one is complete in the case. Let's take a peek. Yes, it is. All right, so there we go. Almost down to the final few here. It's not a lot this week. This one I got at the MCC in... Where was this one? Doesn't even say. It just says MCC Thrift Shop. I can't even remember which one I got this in. One of the rural ones, I don't remember which one. And this is the club. This was Niverville. For the Xbox 360. Again, it was just one of those, I wasn't finding anything. I figured I'll just grab it. I finally found a video game, so add that to the collection. Thank you, Niverville. Alright, these two... Oh, you know, I was going through my stack and I was drawing a massive blank on where I got this one from. So I can't remember. I know I wouldn't have paid more than $2 or $3 for it. It'll probably come to me at some point, but as of right now, I don't remember. This is Viet Cong Purple Haze. There's no stickers anywhere on it, so I don't know where I got it from. And it's missing the manual. Probably wouldn't have paid much for it, but I just can't remember where I got it from. This one I got at the... this one was the Salvation Army on St. Boniface, $4.99 right there. And this is Prince of Persia for the Xbox 360. Not really sure why I picked this up, but I'll add it to my 360 collection. There we go, complete in the case. All right, we're down to the meat and bones. This is the good stuff right here, or at least the better stuff, I should say. Both of these came from the flea market today. I went to my friend John's booth. He had this priced at $12. I offered him $10. He said, sure. And this is Power Quest for the Game Boy Color. It actually has some value. I was a little bit surprised, so I figured I'd pick it up, and I will try my best to trade it for something I need. And this one of the other vendors there had this guy for $10. I offered him $7. He said, sure. And this is the Chicago Syndicate for the Game Gear. And I don't have this one, so I figured I would add it to my Game Gear collection, and it came with a plastic Game Gear case. So there you go. These two games came from Neil. He was lucky enough to find a few N64 games at Value Village. Nothing super rare, but this one I needed for my collection. $2.99 for WCW Nitro. So thank you, Neil. I now add this to my N64 collection. And Neil also grabbed this one in a deal, not realizing that he already had it, so he asked if I'd want it for $15. This is Streets of Rage for the Genesis. I don't own this. $15 is about half of what it goes for, so it seemed like a fair deal. Well, thank you, Neil, for those two, and the Super Soaker as well. Okay, these I got in a deal today. I don't know if the ad is still up. If it is, I will send a picture. Gentleman on Kijiji had a big box of 19 ColecoVision games. I needed, 7 of them. And I asked what he wanted on them. He said he wasn't sure. He said, how about 50? And I said, that sounds fair to me. He really wanted me to get the other 12 games for 100, but they were all doubles in common. But these ones I didn't have, and they're not games you see all the time. First of all, you do not see ColecoVision games very often, especially like uncommon ones. So the fact that I found these was really, really, really good. In reality, they worked out to about $7 a game. So for $7, I got Sub Rock for the ColecoVision. They're all just going to get added to my ColecoVision collection. I've been desperately looking for ColecoVision games. I just don't find them anymore. This one is actually quite uncommon. BC's Quest for Tires. So yeah, there's actually a BC's Quest for Tires 2, which is worth even more than this guy is. But this one's still, I think it's about a $40 game. This is Jordan vs. Bird one-on-one. Look at that amazing cover art. Just one-on-one micro fun. I guess that's the company. So there's that one. I got Super Cobra. This one actually did have some value as well. I think this might be like a $35, $40 game. Again, as usual, the prices will be here. I got War Room. This game's actually terrible. I've played it. Yeah, there's War Room. I got Squish 'em featuring Sam. No idea what this one is. It's a weird looking one too. It's got a handle at the top. Again, $7 a game to me was very, very fair. And lastly, Omega Race. So there's that. Thank you to that gentleman. He was very friendly. We met up and yeah, really nice guy. Tried to sell me a ColecoVision console, but I have one. So the last two games, one was from the flea market. No price was on it, so I asked her what she was willing to do on it. She said 25, and I offered her 20, and she said yeah. So she did put a sticker that says 25 on it. It was actually funny because she had a guy there, and she goes, what's this worth? And he like pulls up price charting, and he goes, I think price charting had it at 30. He goes, is 30 fair? And I said, no. I said, 20 is probably the best I could do. So she goes, how about 25? And as she's writing the sticker, I said, no, 20. So I turned to walk away. She goes, all right, just give me 20. And that is Yoshi's Story for the Nintendo 64. I didn't notice it till after. It actually has a little rip in the bottom there. But I mean, for $20, I was looking to add this to my collection. So there we go. And it's really funny because while we're at the flea market, I'm at the young guy's booth. And he's got this N64 game, and he's got it priced at 120. And I go, what? When did that? Like, what is that game? First of all, I never even heard of it. And second of all, I didn't realize that it was that expensive. And he goes, yeah, I didn't. So I looked at price charting, and I go, yeah, it's about a $100 game. So Neil and I go over to Cobra, and I actually picked out a couple Game Gear games. And I'm at the counter, and they have some N64 games under the counter, and they have this game for a fraction of what it goes for. So I put the Game Gear games back and grabbed this one instead. So they had it priced at $30. which seems to be quite a good price for this game. And this is Big Mountain 2000. Again, I am not an N64 collector. I don't follow the system super well. I did not realize this game had shot up this much. But thank you very much to them, because that is a very, very good deal. I literally drove down the street and got like a 70% discount on the game. Sorry, that's my math is probably wrong there. But otherwise, guys, that is it for this week. Again, please subscribe if you haven't done so. Smash that like button for support and comment below with anything you'd like to ask, say, or anything. I always appreciate comments, and I try to reply as quick as I can. Stay tuned for more videos. I will have more coming out in the next little while. And again, if you aren't on Instagram, if you're not following me on Instagram, please do at Team G Sale. I do more quicker pickups through my reels there. But otherwise, guys, have a great week, and we will talk to you next time. Bye now.